So the next talk will do Jenna Hannon, and she will tell us about the state of NFT music.
Hey guys, good morning. If you are here, you are hardcore, so pat yourself on the back. I know there's a lot going on. Bummer. Well, my slide deck was the state of music NFTs in 10 memes. So unfortunately, you're not going to get to see the fun 10 memes. Why not make it fun? But what I'll do is I can give you an update about what's going on in music NFTs. So quick intro from me. I am the founder of Supermassive. We are a music NFT platform that allows artists to create collections of digital and physical goods. We mint those as NFTs, and those NFTs give their fans access to exclusive virtual events with them, as well as their community. As you probably know in this room, music NFTs are actually still fairly new. So they came on the scene in about 2021, and there was actually a quick acceleration. So there was a lot of excitement around music NFTs, even though there was very little definition of what they were. But you quickly saw big artists adopt them. And so there was artists like Blau who were selling royalties through NFTs, and then on the other side, you had artists like Snoop Dogg doing more classic NFT collections. But really, there was no definition of what a music NFT actually was. Some artists were selling royalties, some artists were selling music, some of that music was exclusive, some of that was not. And actually today, there's really not a set definition of music NFTs. But in 2022, what happened with music NFTs is likely because of the unclear definition of what they were, you saw this excitement kind of fizzle. And what we saw was that collectors weren't trading their music NFTs, and so they didn't hold their value. And so quick acceleration in 2021, deceleration in 2022. Now it's not just music NFTs, the crypto in general. So there was, broader environmental shift. But the impact that it had was quite strong in terms of the perception of music NFTs to a mainstream fan. And so as the music NFT asset started to decline, artists stopped engaging in their communities. They stopped engaging with their collectors. And what that signaled to the outside community was that artists were just doing this for a quick cash grab. And so what we see right now is there's actually quite a negative perception of music NFTs to a mainstream fan. But what we are excited about is this shift from the music NFT world in 2021 to music NFTs in 2023, which we believe are going to be based on real utility for mainstream fans in the music NFT world. We are kind of at a crossroads, and we have to define what they're going to look like in the future. Are they speculative? Is this going to look like the Web3 crypto native NFT trading, or are we going to build real utility and reach a broader mainstream community of music fans? But if we want to reach that broader community, I think most of us know in this room that the first step is we need to make it simple and accessible. And today, Web3 is just not for most. You have to get a wallet, you need to fund your wallet, you need to figure out how do I go and buy that asset. Now, once I have that asset, if it's music, how do I consume that asset? Most of the wallets today don't let you do that. And then you have to try to figure out, how do I not get this asset stolen? How do I keep this in my custody? So we need to create Web 2 experiences on Web 3 infrastructure. And then we need to solve a real problem. So when it comes to music, we actually need to solve a real problem for artists. And artists have a lot of problems that we can go and solve. It's around royalties, sync licensing, monetization, lots of big, hairy problems that we can solve with NFTs, and honestly, we just haven't scratched the surface yet. At the same time, it's a marketplace. You need to balance. So what that means is we need to create real value for fans. Fans don't just want music fans don't just want a JPEG of an artist. They may buy that to support an artist, but they want real value from an artist. And that often is experiences, it's something exclusive, it's something that a true fan wants to purchase. And so what we think is that the companies will look different going forward in the music space. And so what was popular in 2021 in the music space, we don't think is what's gonna take this space forward. And so I just wanted to highlight a couple of companies. Obviously, my own Supermassive, which is we are building music NFTs for artists and mainstream fans. We are a Web 2 experience built on Web 3 infrastructure. And we allow fans to buy exclusive content from an artist and join the artist in a session. So fans really want access. I'll highlight another company called Medallion, which is building Web 3 communities. They are also a Web 2 interface. They work with an artist to manage their community. A lot of these artists are having trouble managing their Discord, which is quite messy for an artist that's not coming from a tech background. So Medallion is addressing that problem. Another company I'd love to highlight is called Decent. Decent is making it very easy for an artist to become a Web3 artist and create their first collection. So right now the tools are quite difficult. Some artists are tech savvy, some are not. It's all over the board, and they are making very simple tools to create a collection. They are also focused on royalties. So that's just one definition of a music NFT. Across these three companies, you still have 3 different definitions of a music NFT, but all addressing a real utility for an artist and a value that fans really care about. Awesome, thank you so much. I'm glad the slides worked out. Hope you enjoyed the memes. If you guys have any questions or you want to chat at the end, should I stay up for questions? Okay, cool. Does anyone have any questions? Go ahead. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so the way that we are a music NFT marketplace, and we work with artists to create collections, and their collections are sort of like juiced up commerce. So every fan who purchases an NFT from that collection, whether it's digital or physical goods, so we allow an artist to create one or the other or both in a collection, the NFT actually acts as a ticket for the fan to attend an event with the artist. And that event can be virtual or in person. Yeah, it's mainly around commerce, so we don't do the royalty piece. One of the big problems with royalties is you get intertwined with the labels. And so for an artist that's unsigned, they own their music and they can sell royalties, but for any artist who's signed, they actually don't own their music. So it's very difficult for them to sell royalties directly to fans. Any other questions? Good. Yes, that's a great question, and a big part of the problem. So when artists are excited about Web3 in general, they see an opportunity, but they actually don't know what a music NFT is. So that's their first question. There's actually quite a bit of fear in the music industry and artist community around royalties specifically, because of that problem that a lot of artists don't own their own music, and they actually don't know kind of how royalties are tracked behind the scenes. And so the first step when you're talking to an artist is, okay, how do we define our royalties? How do we define your NFT? What will you own? What does this mean for you and your community? And there's a ton of confusion around that. And I actually mentioned this at the start, but in some ways it's been holding music NFTs back, that there's no clear definition across the different platforms. Each platform actually offers a different version of a music NFT. All right. Thank you so much, guys.